Who wins the race? Apple or Meta? Apple has introduced the Apple Vision Pro, a high-end mixed reality headset with impressive features. However, its hefty price tag of $3,500 raises questions about its potential market success compared to Meta's more affordable Quest headsets, which only cost around $300. Furthermore, Apple's success in the widespread adoption of the Apple Vision Pro may encounter risks as the global shipment of AR/VR headsets experienced a significant decline of 20.9% in 2022, falling from 11.3 million units to a mere 8.8 million units. Nevertheless, Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg remains confident in their ability to compete, highlighting their product's social and interactive nature. Thus, the competition between Apple and Meta marks the beginning of the AR/VR race, with both companies vying for dominance in the evolving market. Hello, and welcome to another video of Finance Sense, where we cover all the latest trends in the financial markets and the economy. Before we start, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment below if you enjoyed watching this video. And don't forget to turn on the notification bell to keep posted. Without further ado, let's start. Apple just launched the Apple Vision Pro, a new mixed reality headset. When you first put it on, all your applications will suddenly display on the screen before you. With cutting-edge eye tracking, you move around and click by just tapping the tips of your fingers together. The gadget has a scroll wheel that lets you control how immersed you feel. Apple Pay, password autofill, and making purchases from the App Store can all be done with the help of Optic ID. As for its technical specs, the Apple Vision Pro includes 12 cameras, 5 sensors, and 6 microphones. In addition, its 2 eye panels, each roughly the size of a postage stamp, have 23 million pixels. They each fit 64 pixels in the same place as a single iPhone pixel. They've also added a special R1 chip for real-time sensor processing to cut down on latency and the feeling of motion sickness that comes with it. However, considering the fact that it costs $3,500 to purchase this item, the question naturally arises: who plans on buying this? Meta is Apple's biggest rival in this market. Over the last few years, Meta has been working on virtual reality or VR headsets under the Oculus brand, which has since been discontinued. The Quest 2 is Meta's primary VR headset aimed at consumers. Meta has sold around 20 million units since its introduction in October 2020. While that figure alone appears astonishing, 20 million units in 2.5 years work out to only 8 million annually. According to the predictions of major corporations in the tech industry, a mixed reality headset will soon replace smartphones as the most important personal gadget. However, if we compare this to data on other smartphones, we find that Apple presently sells about 200 million iPhones annually. That means the Apple Vision Pro would have to sell 25 times as many units as the current market leader in virtual reality headsets for it to be considered the next generation of personal computing devices. On the other hand, the Quest 2 can be purchased for $300, and Apple Vision Pro can be purchased for $3,500, which is more than 10 times the price. For these mixed reality headsets to have any chance of becoming devices that will be extensively used in the future, they will need to produce unit sales of more than 100 million units per year. This is a challenging endeavor considering that AR/VR headset shipments dropped by 20.9% in 2022, from 11.3 million to just 8.8 million units. And current estimates predict that just over 30 million unit sales will occur globally in 2027. But given the history of what happened to Meta's finances, and that Apple is asking over 10 times more for their product than the currently most popular headset, this will be a severe issue for Apple shareholders. On October 28, 2021, Facebook founder and CEO Mark Zuckerberg revealed the company's plans to rebrand as Meta and devote huge amounts of money to achieving the metaverse concept. However, Reality Labs' income has decreased since then, while its operating losses have soared. Because of this, their metaverse endeavor has turned into a significant drain on their financial resources. According to the company's quarterly reports over the past year, despite its best efforts in developing AR/VR technology, Meta has lost about $15 billion. Investors are not pleased with this number. In fact, Meta's share price began declining shortly after the company announced it was shifting its attention to the metaverse project. After more than a year, the company's stock price dropped by around 70%. This is also a result of advertisers cutting their marketing expenditures, which slowed Meta's advertising business. Reality Labs' growing losses without any signs of increased income also played a role. Apple must exercise extreme caution should its initiative become a bottomless money trap. If not, they risk upsetting investors and experiencing a similar fate to Meta. With a headset that costs 10 times as much as the Quest 2, can Apple hope to sell even half as many units as the Meta has with its Quest headsets? When comparing Apple to Meta, there are a few key differences that give Apple a higher chance of releasing a successful AR/VR product than Meta. The first factor is due to Apple's ecosystem. This is referred to as a switching mode in the business world. In its most basic form, this refers to any circumstance in which it is exceedingly challenging to move over to a new brand from one that an individual is already accustomed to using. And it goes without saying that Apple has a huge ecosystem. The average consumer of Apple will almost certainly continue to purchase the company's products as soon as they have tried a couple of its goods or services. When compared to Apple products, compatibility with other brands of devices is typically difficult. But with Apple products, compatibility is usually effortless. In many cases, it even improves the user experience, which could eventually lead to more sales of the Vision Pro compared to competing mixed reality headsets. Apple has demonstrated the harmonious integration of the Vision Pro and MacBook Pro. For example, you can utilize the Apple Vision Pro to incorporate your MacBook screen into your mixed reality perspective, allowing you to complete your work on the MacBook Pro while it remains in use. The App Store is yet another factor to consider. Apps previously developed for either Apple's iOS or macOS may now be adopted to Vision OS by their respective developers. With Apple's App Store expected to account for 62% of worldwide App Store revenue share in 2022, app developers can add cutting-edge games, business apps, educational apps, lifestyle apps, and more to Vision OS, allowing for remarkable seamless transitions across devices. However, one fundamental factor that will probably make Apple Vision Pro's long-term adoption simpler is Apple's reputation as a premium brand. Having a well-known and respected brand name is a significant competitive advantage. Having a powerful brand is extremely beneficial, and Apple is widely considered one of the world's most powerful brands. People may not wait in line for hours to get the newest Surface Pro or Galaxy phone, but they will do so to purchase the latest iPhone from Apple. Millions of individuals all across the world are devoted customers. This is also one of the reasons why Meta has a hard time gaining widespread adoption. In contrast to Apple, which is undoubtedly renowned for its products, Meta is known for their applications rather than their actual products. This boosts Apple's reputation in the market and is expected to increase the company's sales. The reputation of Meta is another factor to take into account. There's no denying that Meta's image has taken a beating in the past due to concerns about users' privacy and security, making it more challenging to win over customers with the company's latest product. While there's no question that early adoption will be difficult for Apple, especially at a premium price, the company has an excellent opportunity to launch a profitable new product category thanks to its brand and ecosystem. But even if that's true, Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg doesn't appear to be very concerned. Meta unveiled their latest headset, the Quest 3, only days before Apple unveiled the Vision Pro. After viewing the company's presentation, Mark Zuckerberg was quite confident in Meta's chances of competing with Apple. Mark was also quick to cast some shade at Apple, adding, "Our vision for the metaverse and presence is fundamentally social. It's about people interacting in new ways and feeling closer in new ways. By contrast, every demo they showed was a person sitting on a couch by themselves. I mean, that could be the vision of the future of computing, but it's not one that I want." There's a real philosophical difference in terms of how we're approaching this, and seeing what they put out there and how they're going to compete just made me more excited and in a lot of ways optimistic that what we're doing matters and is going to succeed. In an all-company meeting, he remarked, "The good news is that there's no kind of magical solutions that they have to any of the constraints on the laws of physics that our teams haven't already explored and thought of." He said that the Vision Pro would be 7 times as expensive as the Quest 3, and that an extra battery is essential to keep the headset's weight down so that it can be comfortably worn in the light of Apple's ultra-advanced technology. On the other hand, Quest products from Meta don't require it, and thus, the race for supremacy in the field of augmented and virtual reality commences. Hi! We hope that you've enjoyed watching this video and learned something valuable. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to keep posted with our videos. This is Finance Sense, helping you stay current on all the most recent changes in the financial markets and economy. Stay safe and look out for the next video.